So far, we've discussed the background and motivation for data governance, some of its principles, and several of its core focus areas. What we haven't yet touched on is how you determine whether your organization needs data governance. Answering this question relies heavily on your organization's assessment of the degree in which it considers data to be a valuable asset. Put another way, how important is data right now to the success of the organization? We propose two lenses in which to explore this question: competitive advantage and compliance. Let's first look at competitive advantage. For many organizations, managing data is simply a function of being in existence. Every organization collects data and uses it in some form. We have lists of customers and members, we keep inventory data and updated price lists. It's just the basic foundation of operations in the 21st century. Depending on what your organization does, though, some of that data may provide a competitive advantage. That is, by leveraging the insights in the data you collect, you may have access to valuable and unique knowledge that can be used to win in the marketplace. If this is the case, and it does depend on the volume and diversity of data managed, then you're a likely strong candidate for data governance. The other lens to look through to determine applicability for a data governance program is compliance. Sure, it's not exactly the most glamorous or exciting work, but data compliance is a serious component of running an organization today. For example, not meeting certain compliance requirements can have far-reaching legal consequences for organizations and for individuals. If your organization is subject to rigorous requirements for mandatory data handling, you should be looking at data governance. By its definition, information and data compliance requires certain practices such as management oversight, risk management, accountability, timeliness, and enforcement. These areas define the role of data governance. In summary, an organization must ask itself whether it wants or needs to leverage data as an asset. It must also determine whether evaluating the effectiveness of its data management processes is important. Some organizations will continue to exist without formal governance. Formal is the important word here because there's always some oversight in data, but it may not reach the level of a formal approach. A new business, for example, will be focused on immediate needs like product development and recruitment, and have little time or resources to dedicate to good data management. That said, it will still want to use data to report to investors and use data to grow the organization. Data governance can sometimes be defined by the level of maturity dedicated to data management. Finally, if the organization has compliance responsibilities, data governance is the best way to reduce the risks associated with the challenges of becoming and staying compliant.